My plan for today was to drive down to Exmoor a bit further south of here and do a longer walk, but over the last few days the forecast has been getting worse and worse, and we're forecast to have heavy rain today from midday onwards. It's currently about 9:30. I started at 9 o'clock and I'm walking the Coast and Castle Way, or the Castles and Coast Way. I parked my car in Nether Stowey on the northern edge of the Quantock Hills. I'm now walking north towards the coast. It's a route I found quite recently. I saw the diamond markers for this trail and I thought, okay, do a bit of research. It's 13 miles long, it's circular. I'll do it one day, and here I am now. It's strange to be walking away from those hills behind me, which you can't really see, they're sort of over my shoulder. The forecast to have strong wind as well today. I think by 4 o'clock it's going to be gusts of 45 miles an hour, so I should be done by then, hopefully. On this trail so far, the way marking is actually really good. Looking out for these markers, the Castles and Coast Way, so I'm going this way. You can kind of see it's all marked out on the current OS map for the area. I'm currently walking up Pinnacle Hill. It's only 95 metres high to the top, and we should find our only trig point of the day up there. I'm doing this walk initially anti-clockwise, and there's a point where you can kind of meet up with the return route. I'm going to start going clockwise from there, making it a kind of figure of 8 loop. I put my gaiters on this morning, but I don't really need them, as you can see. Even though it rained last night briefly, the ground here is still very, very dry. It's not far to go till the top, and as you can see over this way, a really good view of the Quantock Hills and all that woodland on the horizon. You can just about make out the Meetup Hills. About there you've got Crook Peak, wavering down, and all the rest of the Meetup Ridge. Here's the highest point. You can just see Hinkley Point over there. The path goes this way, but the trig point is sadly beyond 2 boundaries, and you can just see it right there. I began this walk in Nether Stowey behind me. I'm now walking towards Stogursey. Is that how you say it? I don't know. There's the site of an old castle there. There's also one back in Nether Stowey you see towards the end. Those are the 2 castles of this walk. I think the one down in this village next has the moat around it as well, which could be interesting. And again, you can see good way marking here for the Castles and Coast Way, this village and the castle, and the England Coast Path. I'm just heading up over my second hill of the day. This one is Tet Hill, only 62 metres high. There's no trig point up here, sadly. I've just experienced my first farm experience on this trail. Absolutely fine it was. I don't normally like walking through farmyards, but the way marking was excellent, consistent. There were no issues or obstructions and things. It's quite busy around there. Vehicles going to and fro. But again, absolutely fine. Walkers very welcome, it's good to see. So there are cattle on this trail, but they seem okay so far. I think they're a dairy breed. Dairy breeds in my experience are generally okay. No cars that I can see either. And of course, cows lying down means rain is due. At least there's a chance of it if half of them are on the ground. Yeah, don't mind me, cat. Just stay there. It is starting to rain very prematurely, but I think I can just see the castle walls, so there might be some remains there, which would be a nice surprise. It seems that sadly there's no public access to the castle on the hill and the ruins, and the house in front is privately, well, it's full residence basically, so you can't really go through there and disturb them either. It's nice that you can still walk around it and see the moat. I did a bit of a speed walk to get through the shower just now, past some houses, across a couple of cow fields, and now I'm marching on towards the point where I cross over in the figure of 8 loop and start going clockwise for a bit. Here's the point where I cross Bailey's Brook and start going clockwise through Burton. I'll come back this way later on the return stretch. There's a popular little fishing lake just over the boundary there. This is why I subscribe to OS Maps online. It costs me £20 per year, but I get access to updated maps when I need them without buying a new paper map. Because I'm pretty sure, again, that my old paper map, which is probably 7 or 8 years old now for this area, it probably won't show this redirection. Also, next to a house back there, I saw a really good idea for a kissing gate silencer, as I'm calling it. Someone would put a series of cable ties along the male part of the latch that goes into the latch, if that makes sense. So when that gate closes, this latch wrapped in plastic contacts metal at the back of the latch and makes very minimal noise. I quite like the idea of a silencer. You could use something else other than plastic, but it's a good start, I think. This bit's slightly tricky. I've just come through the gate here, and there's a path going in the right direction there, but I don't think that's the right of way. There's one going that way, that's the wrong way. I think I want to go opposite this post, which means going up here and then around the edge of this field, which goes in the same direction. I think it goes this way. And here is where that wrong track comes to an end and runs off down that way, but the right of way again goes through this gate. Do you know what I genuinely thought here for a moment? Dead cow on the field. I don't think it is. Not sure what it's hiding though. I'm not going to find out. I'm crossing over this brook here, and for Marek and other people watching this video who like this sort of thing, this one is called Bum Brook. I'm not joking, it's called Bum Brook. Don't know why. It's about 5 to 11 now. Been walking for nearly 2 hours and looking for a kind of snack stop pretty soon. About to head down towards the coast at Lilstock, and of course it started raining again. And here is today's forecast. Rain from 12 o'clock, heavy rain pretty much into the night. Yellow warning of wind. These are the gusts. So starting at 32 from midday, 45 at 2 o'clock. That's enough to blow you over basically. This may be quite a dismal day, but all these colours of springtime still shining through. You get some really vibrant shades this time of year when it's a bit cloudy and overcast. And there is the England Coast Path in West Somerset. So I'm walking it as far as Hinkley Point. I believe the true coastal route behind the power station is still closed to the public. It was due to reopen 2 years ago, but of course delays with the building work have carried on and it's still off limits, I believe. If you get a chance to walk west along here and carry on towards Minehead and the Southwest Coast Path, it's well worth doing in my opinion. You get to walk along St Aldery's Bay, see the waterfall down there, and then of course you join the main Southwest Coast Path. There's also a free car park just down here, across a few fields in Lilstock. It's quite a drive to get there, and the farm track leading to it is very well potholed. I just followed this path down from Hollybow Wood to here. There's a warning about unstable cliffs in this second field I'm going to face, so I'll try and stay away from the path as much as I can. And ahead now is Hinkley Point. To the right you've got A and B power stations. And I believe the one over there is going to be Hinkley Point C, the new one. So down there is Lilstock, where the men are fishing, and over the channel you've got, but it's South Wales definitely. This here is the Bristol Channel, by the way. Then you've got Flatholm, which is the flatter island, somewhere around there, I can't quite see on the camera. The larger one is Steepholm. Interestingly, I found this out recently. Steepholm is part of North Somerset, but Flatholm was part of South Wales and Cardiff. I had no idea before that. And this second field will be the one with the warning to stay away from the cliff edges, which I will certainly do. I might even stop right here, have something to eat. Bit of a raised bank for comfort, minimal wind shelter, but it might do for now. And also a good view of the Quantock Hills over there, going towards West Bagborough, I think. No, not West Bagborough. West Quantock's Head, that's the one. Lovely clean gaiters are off. Waterproof trousers are on. And the rain should be here another half hour or so. Oh shit, here's my sit mat. So that's trousers on, got the jacket on, even the cover on my backpack. Now it's guaranteed to be sunny this afternoon. Oh, so far I've not seen any fallen cliffs around here. You can't even get too close with the boundary hedge in the way. So there's very little danger of this video being uploaded as found footage, I can say. When I was here last time, 2 or 3 years ago, I saw people trying to walk along the rocky beach down there to get beneath the pier to the other side, which I'm sure is not legal. And I imagine you get so far before someone stops you and goes, "What are you doing? Where are you going?" I think just beyond that ship is Cardiff. Let's give a wave and shout out to Simon and Mark from Twin Peaks. I think they're over that way. I can see all sorts here now. Somewhere over there is Dunkery Beacon, the highest point in Exmoor. There's a white blob down here, which is Butlins in Minehead, and that'll be North Hill. I think it's there actually, I'm not sure on the camera. That'll be North Hill, start of the Southwest Coast Path. I still find it incredible, the size and the scale of this project to build a new power station. They've built multiple park and ride car parks and bus routes around this part of Somerset and Bridgewater and Cannington. And it's incredible, they've got on-site accommodation in some areas. Just nothing else like it nearby. I'll say it once again, just standing here by the coast, Bristol Channel, Severn Estuary, with the second or third highest tidal range in the whole world. All this potential for energy, renewables, that sort of thing. Wind off the Atlantic. Why? Why can we not try and harness this? Always a sad sight down here to see fire pits made and left, charred timber, ash on the ground. That's a big pile of ash actually. Yeah, the true coast path still closed up ahead, so we're going to turn right here, rejoin the Quantock Castle way, back up towards Shirton. I've walked this coast path diversion twice before. This is the first time going this way though, going south. Did it the first time back in 2016 with my friend Nana. We did the whole stretch of coast here actually, from Sturt all the way to Minehead and then on to Linton eventually. Back then the development was quite new. They were still building most of the compounds further east of here. We found that as we crossed the main road leading into the power station, even though we were walkers carrying backpacks and wearing walking gear, we were followed and watched by a police car. The occupant just watched us over the road. We clearly walked down the field following the footpath as it was marked. Did nothing wrong, but it was quite an intimidating experience. And they're doing their jobs of course, but it's quite a strange thing for a coastal walk. Then going around one of the compounds, the pickup truck inside followed us at walking pace. The driver was very closely watching us for a few minutes and then drove off. Nice view here for Ron's bench, although I kind of feel like it should be beyond those lampshades. Because apparently when they're glowing or something, that means that there's a leak in the area. I'm not sure how it works, but apparently they warn you when there's some kind of danger with the, I don't know, radiation or nuclear waste or something. And they're still doing so much work here, it's incredible. I've no idea really what's going where. Here's where the coast path diversion continues towards Stolford, but we're going south towards Shirton. I may come back here one day and do that coast path again and film it for you. Here we are again beside Bailey's Brook with the, I think it's Burton Farm fishing lake just beyond that boundary. This morning I walked through a gate somewhere in that corner over there. Now walking back through the gate over here. And right now the time is 12:45 and as of yet there's still no rain shower. Wind speed's increasing but still no rain. Just had some lunch on the bench behind me in this playing field. Probably an hour's walk away from there to Stowey at most. So not too far from the end now. It's been a good countryside ramble so far. Good mix of open farmland, easy pass, good navigation or waymarking. I'm only about 30 metres above sea level right now. This wind's getting quite insane. On Exmoor right now it's probably a lot worse because we're higher up. Made the right choice today in coming here. Must be feeding time. I'm not far from the A39 now, and once I cross that road I'm back in Nether Stowey, so in case I have no chance later on I want to say thank you for watching the video. Hope you've enjoyed it. Please like, share and subscribe. I'll see you again soon. Before the end, I will get to Stowey Castle, have a look at that. But it's now 2 o'clock and there's still no sign of this rain.